All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. I'm so excited to share with you and be together. And I really just want to tell you that this call is going to be about seeing what we see, feeling what we feel, and experiencing what we have experienced. That's the whole reason why your friend invited you to this call, because they want to communicate those things to you. So hopefully by the end of this call, you will have come to the same conclusion that my family and I did, which is this was worth trying. I know that that's what you're wondering right now. And tonight you're going to hear some stories and you'll be invited to make that decision for yourself, whether this could be a good fit for you or not. So just to get us kicked off, so you know what Plexus is, we are a gut health, weight loss, and skincare company. And they're all interrelated, by the way, if you don't know that. A little bit about my story is when I started Plexus, my health was not in the best place. So I was just constantly tired. I had 4 kids that were 7, 5, 3, and 4 months old. I craved sugar morning, noon, and night. When my friend told me that my sugar cravings might go away, I thought, maybe I don't even want to do this because I love my sugar cravings. They're the best thing ever, right? After trying Plexus, I started to see some amazing results in my health. My hair stopped falling out, my mood issues went away, my skin cleared up. I was falling asleep in 5 minutes instead of 2 hours, staying asleep all night long instead of waking up 5 and 6 times in the night. In the morning, I woke up rested, didn't need naps, stopped craving sugar. I don't miss those sugar cravings, by the way. And after 18 months of using Plexus, I had actually lost 40 pounds. So it's kind of crazy to say that number out loud because I didn't even start Plexus for weight loss. I did think if I lost a couple pounds, I wouldn't be mad about it, but it wasn't my goal. I just really wanted to have energy and I wanted to be able to make enough breast milk for my baby. So don't worry, men. You won't make breast milk if you start Plexus. If you're not currently lactating, this is not a concern to you. So that's a little bit about my story. The financial side is different and something I didn't anticipate. So when we started Plexus 4.5 years ago, my husband was working 3 different jobs, 6 days a week. So basically I was home alone with our kids all the time and he just slept there. And for us, what that meant was living paycheck to paycheck. Now, what we know is that 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, which is really hard for many people this week, especially with the economic climate that we are currently in and some of the ramifications of what's going on internationally and worldwide. We know that there are many, many people who do not have a next paycheck to pay their mortgage, to buy food for their family. And there are some really trying times that we know a lot of you are struggling with right now. And I want you to know that there is hope. Because 4.5 years ago, when I said, I will never do this type of a business, I, I had no idea what was in store for our family. And so basically our life sucked economically. We were great in love. We had plenty of love and plenty of happiness, but it sucked financially. We didn't know what we were going to do because it was always all about the money. And so what that meant was that I was up worrying every single night, constantly. It magnified my existing anxiety. It magnified everything. So if anything went wrong in our house, it was magnified because money, money, money was the only thing on my mind and on my husband's mind. And I was worried about the toll that it was physically taking on my husband, being gone all the time. The loss of him not being around to help raise our children was also a huge struggle. And for me as a wife and mother, I had a lot of dreams that I was letting go of because I just figured the American dream wasn't really a thing. And I had a lot of resentment that started to develop because of that. And I just sort of felt like financially, our life was sort of going off the rails. And I know I'm not alone. I know that there are a lot of people watching this call tonight that feel like that is what has happened to you this week, especially. Maybe it's happened to you before what's happened this week, but especially I know I'm not alone this week. And so I got introduced to this company called Plexus and was like, my friend is crazy. For sure, my friend is crazy because I don't do these things. And people that I know don't do these things. And then something told me, a little voice inside of my head, a little feeling in my gut that we needed to do these things. And I needed to be brave. And I needed to take a small calculated risk. And I needed to do this. And then this is our life now. And, you know, maybe you are considering, you're feeling those little tinges inside of your gut. Maybe you're feeling a pull to do something like this, even though you never thought you would do this. And nobody you know does this, or not well enough at least. And I want to encourage you to know that now, 4.5 years later, I am in the top 1% of my entire company. I make more than most people do in my very affluent neighborhood here in Utah, almost more than some of the doctors that are here in our neighborhood. Now, I understand that not everyone wants or thinks that they can make that kind of money. I know I didn't. I was really turned off by that when I was looking into the business side of this. But what would an extra $500 to $1,000 a month do for your family? That's what I want you to think about right now. I think that it would feel like less stress. I think that it would feel like a little extra money when things are really tight. I feel like it would be better sleep and more present time living in the moment with your family. One of the things that I'm so grateful for right now because of this blessing in our life is that my husband's physical therapy clinic was closed this week. It might not reopen. And because of my job, we are able to just enjoy our family time this week. And you guys, 4.5 years ago, had this happened to us, I would be so stressed. I wouldn't be sleeping. I'd be up crying, stressing, writing out numbers, trying to figure out how we were going to get through. And I just absolutely love that we get to live in the moment this week without financial worries. And I want that for you. And I know this can be that for you. And just so you don't think it's just me, right? It's not just me. I have invited someone who's only been doing this for 3 months to share what Plexus has done for her. Her name is Tori, and she's been with Plexus only for 3 months, and she is already having success also. So Tori, if you will unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Your story. Yep, we can hear you.
Hi. Hi. I am Tori Getz, and I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And I started the products for my own health reasons. My kids had some skin issues and immunity was a big one. We were sick all the time and I knew there was a missing piece to our health, and I researched and I could not find it until a friend said, look at yeast and look at gut health. And so I did, and I tried it and it worked. And so I actually had to stop using the products for a little while and switch to another company to realize that we have gold here at Plexus. And when I realized that all of our issues came back without our products, and I came back on them and realized that they really do work, I realized that we have a gold mine here. And I've tried other network marketing companies. I researched network marketing about a year and a half ago, and realized that there is real value in this model. And I tried another company and made never more than $700 in a month. And I worked hard. I tried so hard. My heart was in it, but it didn't work for me because the product was different. This product is legitimate and people need it. And when I started sharing this product from a place of truly sharing what I believe that everybody needs, it was amazing. My friends needed this. And I realized there are so many people silently suffering that need this product. So my first month I made $1,000. And that was in December, which was great for Christmas. I've heard Emily talk about her story about Christmas presents her first month as well. It's really nice to have that extra money. And that was great that first month. And then I've gone up from there. So up to $1,600 the next month and $2,000 the next month. And so my income is raising. My friends are happy. I get happy text messages in the morning about how my friends are feeling better. And it truly brings joy to my life knowing that I'm helping and I'm sharing health with my friends, something that really matters. So this is a different place. This Plexus, the business is different. The product is different. It's a legitimate product. There's no probiotic on the market like this. You can't find this anywhere else. We have something here that no one else can find on the store shelves. And the store shelves are empty right now, but even if there were good products on the shelves, they're not the same as ours. So we have something different, and we have a community and resources and people here and systems in place to help anyone do this. It is amazing how duplicable this is. And it's just totally different than anything you'll find anywhere else. And you can tell by the success and the happiness of the people who are doing this, how wonderful this is. I have other things that I've done before as a stay-at-home mom, but this one fits into my life better. I have a blog, but that takes time where I have to go sit in my office and I have to go do that thing. But this is just talking to friends. It's going to play dates. It fits into my life in a way that nothing else did. And yet I'm making money. So, and paying for my products and living a happy life, and it's bringing me so much joy. So this is just a wonderful opportunity for people to try, and it just fits into my life so much. And I don't sell things. That's something that I wanted to make sure I told you guys today. We don't sell, we share health and happiness with our friends, and we tell them how much this works and how much this has blessed our lives. And it's not a sales job. This is a wonderful opportunity for me to bless other people's lives and bless my family with an income while staying at home with my kids, and they get to watch me work and watch me help other people. So it's a fantastic blessing to us.
That's so amazing, Tori. Like, I love that you've only been doing this for 3 months, and yet you already have an income that is greater than I used to have as a full-time teacher.
Right. I mean, it's paying actual bills right now.
Yeah.
It's an actual substantial income, which means my husband supports it because it's bringing an actual income, you know?
Right. Yes. Yes. The men, they like to see the money for sure.
Yeah. I'm not wasting my time. Like, my blog is wonderful, but it wasn't bringing in this kind of income. So it's hard to support that with, this amount of hours during the day,
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, Tori, thank you so much for sharing
You're
your
welcome.
story. I'm so happy for your fast success and everything that Plexus is offering for you. And those of you who are listening, I want you to know that that's the type of success that you can see in your first several months of working hard with Plexus. And there's no greater time to join our company than right now because of the financial opportunity that is here for you. And like Tori said, you literally need no experience. You don't need sales experience. You don't need network marketing experience. No experience is required. The risk is very low. There's very low cost, very low risk. Anyone can do this. Okay. So when I was first starting Plexus, I'm going to introduce our next guest here. Thank you, Tori, though. The next person that I'm going to have speak to us tonight is someone that I would think would never be interested in network marketing, right? Because in my mind, I thought, I don't do these things, and the people that I know don't do these things. And in that realm of these people don't do these things, I would most certainly put doctors, right? And so I'm going to introduce you now to Jessica Wagner. She is a mom and a full-time pediatrician, and she's going to share with you a little bit about why she does this business and what it has blessed her family with. Jessica, tell us your story.
Thanks so much, Em. So I'll tell you, I never in a million years imagined myself doing this. Because I am a doctor and I have a busy job and I'm a mom of 4 little kids. You've seen my daughter here snuggled up next to me. So as a physician, when I went through medical school, I finished in 2007. We didn't really learn a whole lot about gut health at that time because it just wasn't really a big thing at that time. We didn't know very much about it. The science hadn't really started yet. So once the medical world, the scientists finished the Human Genome Project, they started working on the Human Microbiome Project and started to do more gut health research and learning about the microbiome and all these things. So about 2012, I think, is when I started getting interested in this, 2013 maybe. My husband has celiac disease and I have 2 children with bad food allergies. And so gut health became really an interest of mine. So I started doing this research of learning more, looking at the journal articles, because literally there are medical journal articles every single month about gut health and the impact that it has on everything else. So in my research, I was like, okay, so I need to be better at like daily probiotics, not just after taking an antibiotic. I need to be having take my vitamins and things like that, because you just can't get everything from your diet. And to be honest with you, I was not the world's greatest eater. I was super, super tired all the time, overweight, horrible sugar cravings, super backed up, relying on daily stool softeners. So I was taking probiotics, magnesium, vitamin D, multivitamins, like all the things from the grocery store, and nothing was helping. And I was still felt like a slug all the time. So when I was introduced to Plexus, I had just had my fourth baby, this little girl that you just saw. So this was July of 2016. I dug into the products and I was like, holy cow, this is exactly what I'm looking for. A probiotic that also kills bad stuff. So we get rid of bad stuff and we put good stuff in. A magnesium that's paired with vitamin C, so you can absorb it. A methylated multivitamin. I was like sold right from the beginning on the products. So to be honest, when I signed up as an ambassador, I really had no idea what that even meant. I didn't know it came with compensation or anything. I just wanted the cheapest price, because even doctors don't want to pay full price for anything, right? So even though I could afford these products, it wasn't really something that I wanted to do. And to be honest, as a pediatrician, I'm like the lowest paid doctor there is, which is fine because I don't do medicine for the money, but my husband's a stay-at-home dad. So I was also the only income earner in my family with a lot of debt from med school, right? Because med school is expensive. So I started on these products. My baby was 5 weeks old, and within a few days, my sugar cravings started going away. Within a week, I was off my daily stool softeners. Over the first 3 months, my mood improved, my energy improved, my sleep improved, my whole life improved. I lost 12 pounds the first 3 months, and I was already at my pre-pregnancy weight when I started. I lost a total of 30 pounds in the first 9 months. And it was like, I just literally felt alive for the first time since like high school, probably. And it was just amazing. It was so amazing. So about 3 months in, I was like, man, I got to tell people about this. So I happened to watch a video about like how to get your products paid for, and they talked about sharing, and I was like, well, I can put a post on Facebook. So I just told people my story. I just said what I was doing and how I felt. And I signed up 6 people off that first post, and just like really hearing the stories of people's lives changing with these products and their health improving, so just like mine had, and in different ways than mine had, I knew that I couldn't stop talking about this. I knew I had to tell people about it because, I had learned so much about the products and just knew what a gold mine I was sitting on, not as far as like money gold mine, but a gold mine of health. And so as a physician, I went to medical school so that I could help people be healthy. And honestly, I feel like sometimes I do that better with Plexus than I do in my day job. And so I just kept going. And then I started getting a paycheck, and I was like, oh, well, this is nice. So my business kind of grew differently because I, was very limited in the hours that I could do it, but that paycheck just started to grow. And then I realized I started to dream again. My dream since 5th grade was to be a doctor and a mom, be a pediatrician specifically. And I had already achieved that, and I had stopped dreaming. But with the possibilities with this new income, what it had offered to me and my family, now 3.5 years into sharing this business, or sharing these products and sharing this business, we were able to purchase a home that's about twice the size of our other home, which was too small for us, the old one. And we haven't sold the old house yet. And I am covering both mortgages myself and my student loans with my physician income plus Plexus income. There's no way I would have qualified for this house with just my physician income alone. So the blessing that this has been to my family financially is astronomical. Like I like almost cry every time I think about it, because we just have a lot more peace in our family now that we have more space and we aren't like living on top of each other. I'm paying off my student loans at a way faster rate, which also means that I'm going to be able to give back. I'm going to be able to do medical missions. I'm going to be able to do humanitarian work with my family and travel with my family, things that I would have wanted to do and have dreamed about doing, but never really thought that I was going to be able to do, because honestly, between my mortgage and my student loans, and, we used to go out to eat more than we do now, but we were sort of in that paycheck to paycheck category because of, because we made the choice for my husband to stay at home. So, even as a physician, there's limitations on what you can do without like working yourself to the bone. And so I had a cap on my income, and really now I basically get 3 of the same size paycheck every month, 2 from my practice and 1 from Plexus that's the same size. So I'm basically making 1.5 times my income, and that it's only going up from here. So I can't say how grateful I am for this opportunity, and I get to bless people's lives with health and happiness and wealth in really incredible ways.
Jessica, your story is so amazing. Thank you so much for opening up about that. I don't think that many doctors would get on and say, I didn't make enough to have the house that I wanted, because most people look at most doctors and think, well, why else would you go to medical school? So you can buy whatever you want, right? I mean, and legitimately the doctors that I know all have gone to medical school for medicine. But I think that as like an outsider looking at doctors, like people who actually never went into medicine, we have this idea that they go into medicine for the money. But all the doctors I know, that's not why they're in medicine. Now, some do make significant amount. I'm sure your pediatrician salary is actually quite significant, and one that I know I would have been grateful to have with my teaching degree that I went to school for. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for opening up about that and showing that really, even if you make a lot of money, there are still people who need more money, especially in times like this. So thank you so much, Jessica, for sharing that. Back to my story a little bit, just to wrap things up here. Because my husband was working so much and I was staying at home, and we were a 1-income family, just like Jessica and Tori, we were living paycheck to paycheck, and we were in $125,000 in debt. We had less than $500 in our savings account, and we owed $7,500 to the IRS. When I say that I used to stay up at night and I couldn't sleep because I was worried about money, it's probably an understatement, because it was that significant. It was everything that I thought about all the time. Now, 4 years later, we are completely 100% debt free of that $125,000 because of this opportunity. We've also been able to buy our dream home and keep our first home, just like Jessica did. We use our first home as a rental property, and it's another form of residual income for us. My husband no longer works 6 days a week. He actually works 3 days a week just for fun, because he loves being a physical therapist. So he goes to work Monday, Wednesday, Fridays from 10 to 5, and then he's home with us. It feels like we have a Saturday every other day because he's home every other day with us. Now, that might not be your dream. So if you don't want your husband home with you, you can keep him working even if you're making lots of money. Nobody says that your husband has to stay home once you start making a significant income, but that is what worked for our family. So again, I just want to say thank you to Tori and Jessica for sharing tonight. And I also want to remind everyone watching this that all of your friends have skin. All of your friends have a gut. And most people I know would like to lose a little weight or maintain it, or they want their husbands to, right? So you already have people that need this, is what I'm saying. And those are our stories for tonight. Now, some of you will listen to these stories and you will say, like, there's no way that I can do this, because I said that. My friend that introduced me to Plexus is a retired ICU nurse married to an ER doctor, and I remember seeing her post on Facebook thinking, gosh, I wish I was a nurse like Brooke, because then people would listen to me. 4 years later, I'm so grateful I never thought of that, because now I have over 10,000 people in my organization. It was because I was a creative thinker, a hard worker, and open to learning. That's all this takes. It doesn't even take money to make money. I want to dispel that myth here tonight. It takes zero money to make money. What it takes to make money is creativity, a willingness to learn, and being open to being taught. That's all it takes. All right. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're thinking, I could never do this, I want to encourage you to take that leap. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. And we can teach you. That's the best part. Like Tori said, we have an amazing community and we teach people how to do what we do because we are so dedicated to teaching people. There are some of you that are thinking, well, I need to try the products first before I say anything, right? And we have room for you on our team too. So that's the good news. We can start you off on a product route first if that's you. And as a matter of fact, there's even a program that we have where we can teach you how to get your products paid for so you get them for free. That's what Jessica was doing. That's all I wanted to do when I first started too. Maybe you're thinking that there are some of you that are thinking you might want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 this week, this month, in the next 8 weeks. If you're thinking that would be great, we have a program for that as well. If you're someone who's thinking, I need some extra money and I need to find a different job because I've lost my job this week, or my job has been put on hold for the next 6 to 8 weeks, or indefinitely because we have so much uncertainty right now. Maybe you're thinking, I literally don't have a job and I need a job and I'm gonna have to look for part-time work anyway. We have a program to teach you how to do that as well. Because like I said, and like we've all said on this call tonight, you don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to learn. And then there are some of you on this call who are thinking and asking yourself, are there any leadership opportunities? And you're wondering, can someone make professional level income doing this? And the answer is yes. We are looking for people who see themselves as leaders in all parts of the country, all over the United States, in Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. You would just need to identify yourself as a leader and someone who would like to get into leadership, and we will put you in our leadership development program. We have all of this for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to get with the person who invited you to this call tonight. They're going to be following up with you right after this call. They're going to send you a message or call you on the phone, and they're going to see if you identify yourself as a 1, 2, or 3. If you identify yourself as a 1, you are someone who wants to try the product first. If you are someone who is a 2, you want to try the product and you want to make $500 to $1,000 extra a month. Or you are a 3. A 3 is someone who really wants professional level income with leadership opportunity. Now, tell them whether you are a 1, 2, or 3 when they message you, or if you want to just message them right now and tell them while we're on the call, you can also drop it in the comments here, but for sure tell the person that invited you. And in closing, I have an exclusive offer just for you because you took the time to get on this call tonight. And as a sign of gratitude and a gift from us, I'm going to give your friend that invited you to this call the authority to give you $20 cash to use to cut your membership in half. Those of you who are ready to do this in the next 24 hours will get to take advantage of this. Thank you so much for your time tonight and listening to our stories. I pray that wherever you are and whatever you're doing tonight, that this call has given you hope and that it has blessed you with the belief that in uncertain times, there is something you can do to get out of whatever hole you think you are in. And we are here to help you with that. And we are proof that no matter whether you have no money, you're in debt, you have no skills or a degree or anything, this is achievable. Anyone can do it. And I hope that this will resonate with you and that you will decide that maybe there's something to this, just like we did. Thanks, guys. Bye.